Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you've spent, more than 5 minutes around a school student lately, you've definitely noticed they are practically fused to their smartphones. I mean, these devices are their entire social lives, their classrooms, and their entertainment centers, all rolled up into one little glowing rectangle. Today, we're unpacking a really concise, incredibly targeted source document that gets right to the heart of this reality. It's called the Student Guide to Digital Privacy and Cyber Safety. We're going to break down its most crucial, actionable strategies for protecting our digital lives. So let's just dive right in.
Right off the bat, the title of our source text presents us with this really fascinating split. It doesn't just say digital well-being. It explicitly separates the concepts into privacy and cyber safety, which naturally brings us to a huge question. Is there actually a difference between your digital privacy and your cyber safety? Most of us just throw these terms around interchangeably, right? But the authors of this guide deliberately draw a hard line between them. They treat them as two totally distinct battlegrounds that require entirely different sets of armor.
To really wrap our heads around this, let's look at Pillar 1, digital privacy.
Let's conceptually unpack that word, privacy. When the source text talks about digital privacy for students, it's focusing on the absolutely crucial act of controlling your personal information. Think of it like an invisible shield around your data. It's all about guarding the static pieces of your identity. The guide specifically warns against those sneaky things we always overlook, like the metadata hidden in your photos or the exact location settings running quietly on your camera app, which are just silently broadcasting your life to data brokers. So digital privacy is fundamentally about who has access to your information, keeping those static pieces out of the hands of companies, trackers, and complete strangers.
But, data is really only half the equation here. And that brings us to Pillar 2, cyber safety.
While privacy is all about your information, cyber safety introduces an entirely distinct, yet super complementary, second pillar. Cyber safety is all about behavior. It's how you actually navigate the digital space in real time. The guide emphasizes that safety is behavioral. It's having the street smarts to recognize a sophisticated phishing scam hiding in a friend's compromised DM, or knowing the immediate psychological steps to take if you're facing cyberbullying. If privacy is like locking the doors to your house to protect your valuables, well, cyber safety is looking both ways before you cross the digital street. It's about guarding your personal well-being in the active, sometimes chaotic environment of the internet.
The text locks in a really crucial contrast here, guarding your data versus guarding your interactions. Because, crazy enough, you can actually have one without the other. You could have airtight privacy settings, literally blocking all corporate trackers, but still be engaging in incredibly unsafe interactions with anonymous trolls. On the flip side, you could be super safe in your interactions, talking only to your close friends, while unknowingly broadcasting your exact GPS coordinates to the entire public. You really need both sides of this coin.
Which leads us to a critical pivot in our analysis, the target demographic.
So why combine these two pillars specifically for school students? Well, it's because this demographic is arguably the most digitally immersed on the planet, yet they're navigating all of this with still developing cognitive tools for risk assessment. We aren't talking about cybersecurity professionals or corporate IT departments here. We are talking about young people facing extreme modern peer pressure. A lapse in either their data privacy or their behavioral safety has immediate, real-world fallout in their classrooms, their friendships, and ultimately, their futures.
This isn't just some catchy title. The guide actually lays it out as a sequential, two-step survival strategy. Step 1, protect privacy. You absolutely have to secure the perimeter first and lock down that data footprint. Only then can you truly master Step 2, practice cyber safety. Once your foundation is secure, you actively govern how you behave, how you communicate, and how you exist in those digital spaces. One builds the walls, and the other dictates how you live inside them.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to take a second and look at the duality of your own digital life, regardless of whether you're a school student or an adult. You might have great cyber safety habits right now. Maybe you block trolls, you ignore phishing links, and you feel totally secure today. But looking at our source text forces us to ask a harder question. Is your underlying privacy actually protected for tomorrow? Mastering that balance is the true key to digital well-being. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and keep asking the right questions about your digital world.